not about a different opinion. It's about facts. You guys aren't putting out any facts. You guys are lying. You're lying on her name 24/7.
Okay.
24/7.
Give the facts.
She doesn't owe any money in taxes.
So the person who came out, the person who did that video and has that document floating around, that's a false document.
We need to sit Claressa Shields down for a real talk because something's definitely confusing people right now. Lately, there's been a wave of online rumors linking her name with all kinds of tax drama, even dragging rapper Papoose into it. It all started when reports came out saying Papoose allegedly owed around $400,000 in taxes. Then, just days later, new documents surfaced claiming Claressa Shields allegedly had her own tax issue, about $100,000. Things got even more interesting when a YouTube channel called Hood Champion Boxing and Sports went live to discuss the story.
Very, very false. I know Claressa myself, so therefore, no, it's not true. Secondly, you are talking about that her image is destroyed. How are you guys on this live, the girl you had just before, the saying that, oh, she only made $8 million, like $8 million is not a lot of money. And she has the most lucrative boxing deal in women's boxing. When do we start doing it?
The host opened up the phone lines so viewers could share their thoughts about Claressa's alleged tax situation. During the stream, one woman called in and passionately defended Claressa, saying she knew her personally and that the rumors were totally false. But here's where it gets wild. People online started saying that the caller sounded exactly like Claressa Shields herself. Listeners began pointing out that the caller didn't seem to disguise her voice at all, which only fueled more speculation. Comments started pouring in with people saying things like, "Claressa girl, we know that's you." Whether it was really her or not, it definitely got the internet buzzing. But here's the thing. You can never underestimate how sharp people online can be. Once something hits social media, people start connecting dots, matching voices, and digging for clues like digital detectives. That's exactly why it's so easy for stories like this to catch fire and spread fast, especially when a celebrity name is involved. People online can find out almost anything about you in just a few minutes. It's wild. The internet moves fast, and nothing really stays hidden for long. That's why so many are confused about why Claressa Shields might have jumped into that live call herself, if that's really what happened. Many fans are just shaking their heads, wondering what made her think it wouldn't get noticed. Now, let's be real. Claressa Shields isn't just any athlete. She's a champion with an incredible record and major influence in the boxing world. Some even call her the Beyoncé of boxing because of her confidence, talent, and star power. That's why this whole situation feels so surprising to a lot of people. But what do you think about all this? Do you believe Claressa actually called in, or do you think people online just jumped to conclusions? After that viral livestream, social media went into full investigation mode. Reddit threads, boxing forums, and Twitter spaces lit up with people debating whether that caller was really Claressa Shields. One Reddit user posted, "You can't convince me that wasn't her. That tone, those words, everything matched." Meanwhile, another commenter defended her, saying it's unfair to assume anything just because the voices sounded similar. Some fans even brought up audio comparisons, putting clips side by side to see if they matched, like it was a real detective case. Others said the situation might have just been a fan trying too hard to protect their favorite athlete. Still, the buzz kept growing. People weren't just talking about the alleged call either. They were discussing how easily things can spin out of control once they hit social media. One person said, "You can't win online. If you speak, it's drama. If you stay silent, people still talk." And honestly, that's the truth. As the chatter kept spreading, Claressa's loyal fans came out strong to defend her name. Many pointed out that she's one of the few women to hold multiple boxing titles across different weight classes, calling her a living legend. They reminded everyone that Claressa has worked hard to earn her spot in sports history, and these rumors shouldn't overshadow her success. A popular comment under a viral post said, "She's been carrying women's boxing for years. People love to tear down winners." Another added, "Let's not forget she's human too. Everyone has personal stuff going on." Some even suggested that the tax talk might have been blown way out of proportion. According to one boxing discussion page, people online often exaggerate details before any official confirmation even comes out. And that's what makes this story so messy. A mix of truth rumor, and a whole lot of guessing. While all the online drama unfolded, Claressa Shields herself stayed mostly silent on the topic. No long posts, no angry responses, just a few motivational quotes on her Instagram story, which got everyone talking even more. One of them read, "When you're focused on your purpose, the noise fades." That simple message had fans wondering if she was subtly addressing all the gossip. Over on Reddit, one thread called her silence a smart PR move, saying that responding directly might only fuel more speculation. Others thought she might be waiting for the right moment to speak, maybe through an interview or her own YouTube channel. Meanwhile, some journalists pointed out that Clarissa's schedule hasn't slowed down at all. She's still training, doing appearances, and promoting her upcoming fights like a pro. Whether or not she'll ever comment on the rumors, one thing's clear: Claressa Shields knows how to stay focused even when the internet's watching every move. After the story kept trending, a wave of YouTubers started jumping in with their own takes. Reaction channels and sports commentators began analyzing every clip from that live call, trying to figure out whether it was really Clarissa's voice or not. One popular creator said, if that was her, she must have been feeling emotional that day, because no way she didn't think people would recognize her. Another YouTuber went a different route, saying the whole situation might have been staged for attention, since controversy always drives views. But even that theory split fans down the middle. Some thought it sounded far-fetched, while others said the timing felt too perfect. A few boxing insiders warned that these kinds of viral discussions can easily distract from the real focus: the sport itself. One fan comment summed it up perfectly. Claressa doesn't need this drama. She just needs to keep breaking records like she always does. But with everyone making videos about it, the story just kept getting bigger. Even people from the boxing world started giving their opinions. A well-known promoter told a podcast host that this kind of rumor could actually affect sponsorships if it keeps spreading. They said, athletes have to be extra careful with how they move online because one clip can shift public perception instantly. Sports reporters added that Clarissa's team probably isn't too worried since she's faced controversy before and always comes out stronger. Still, they admitted that when an athlete's name is trending for the wrong reasons, it's never easy to manage. Meanwhile, a few former fighters jumped in to support her, saying she's been under pressure ever since she became one of the biggest names in women's boxing. One retired boxer said, "Clarissa's always had to fight doubters inside and outside the ring. That's just part of her journey." Even with all the noise, people close to the sport believe this will blow over soon, especially if Claressa keeps her focus on training and lets her wins do the talking. Just when everyone thought things were slowing down, fans on TikTok and Reddit started digging even deeper. Some users began clipping older interviews of Claressa and comparing her tone, trying to prove whether the voice on that call was really hers. Others started pointing out tiny background sounds in the call, guessing where it might have been recorded. One viral Reddit post said, "This has turned into a full investigation, all over one phone call." But not everyone agreed with the deep digging. A few users said fans were going too far, reminding others that even public figures deserve some privacy. Despite that, curiosity kept the threads alive. People were tagging each other, dropping timestamps, and analyzing every second of audio. The whole situation turned into a mix of detective work and online gossip. Even with no new statements from Claressa, the internet conversation hasn't died down. If anything, it's growing. Every new clip or comment seems to bring another wave of theories, and people are still trying to figure out what's really going on. Mainstream sports blogs and entertainment sites finally caught wind of the situation and ran with it. Headlines started popping up like, "Fans think Claressa Shields called into her own defense," and "Boxing star allegedly responds to tax rumors in disguise." Once the media got involved, the story exploded even more. A few outlets reached out to Claressa's representatives for comment, but according to reports, her team didn't respond right away. Some journalists said that silence might be strategic, a way to let the hype die down before addressing anything directly. Still, the coverage only added fuel to the speculation online. Sports anchors debated the topic on talk shows, arguing over whether the internet was being unfair or just doing what it always does, turning gossip into headlines. One anchor said, "The story's wild, but it shows how fast an unconfirmed claim can become national news." And honestly, they weren't wrong. As the buzz continued, fans started resurfacing old interviews of Claressa talking about handling criticism and staying focused under pressure. One clip from a few years ago went viral again, where she said, "People will talk about you no matter what, so you might as well keep winning." That quote started trending all over boxing forums and TikTok edits. Many fans used the clip to defend her, saying this whole situation just proves how strong-minded she is. Others, though, said it was ironic that her words now sounded like a subtle response to the new controversy. Sports commentators began piecing together her past statements with her current silence, calling it classic Claressa, calm, confident, and unbothered. One YouTuber added, "She's not out here explaining herself to strangers. She's just staying focused on her grind." Whether people were criticizing or defending her, the resurfaced clips reminded everyone why she's one of the most talked about figures in boxing right now. By now, the rumor had evolved into a full-blown online debate about PR strategy. Commentators on Reddit and YouTube started analyzing whether Claressa's silence was part of a calculated move to control the narrative. One viral post said, "She knows her worth. Sometimes the smartest thing is to let people talk until they get tired." Public relations experts joined the discussion, saying this could actually boost her visibility ahead of her next fight, intentionally or not. One PR consultant told a podcast, "Controversy brings attention. If she stays composed, this could turn into positive press." Fans also noticed that Claressa's recent posts were pulling more engagement than usual. More likes, more shares, more buzz. Some said she might be using the moment to remind people that she's still dominating the sport, not the headlines. Meanwhile, forum users debated what her next move should be. Should she clear things up publicly or just let her achievements speak for themselves? Either way, one thing was certain. The internet couldn't stop watching what she'd do next. At this point, everyone's waiting to see what Claressa Shields does next. Some fans believe she's gearing up for a huge comeback moment, maybe an exclusive interview, or even a behind-the-scenes vlog to set the record straight. Others think she'll stay silent and let her next fight speak louder than any headline ever could. Meanwhile, social media is still buzzing with theories, memes, and fan edits. Every post she drops gets flooded with comments like, "Queen energy," and "We stand with Claressa." It's wild how one situation can spark so much conversation across boxing fans, gossip pages, and sports news outlets all at once. No matter what happens next, one thing's for sure. People can't stop talking about her. Whether it's her strength in the ring or how she handles pressure outside of it, Claressa Shields keeps everyone watching. So what do you think? Is she playing it smart by staying quiet, or should she finally clear the air herself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next big update in this wild story.